Boys and girls, it's good to see everyone in the chat. Good thing I have my sheath underwear on right now because we have a crazy story for you. Conor McGregor back in the news, and we have tales from the Lambo Yacht. Tales from the Lambo Yacht. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to just jump right into this because a story popped up. It's all over the interwebs. Apparently, a girl jumped out of this yacht and Conor McGregor attacked her. That's apparently, allegedly, that's what's going on over here. And we're going to get to the bottom of this today. We're going to find out what the heck is going on. I have a poll in the live chat. Let's pop it up over here. There it is. Have you had enough of Conor McGregor? And this is pretty interesting. 48% say yes. Yes, bitch! And 52% say very interesting. Now we got 50-50 poll over here. Get your votes in. Reason to jump in our live streams. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I thought it would be lopsided. Everyone had enough of Conor, but we're 50-50 right now. Very interesting. I see the chat is voting away over here as well. So if you're not aware of this or if you live under a rock, Conor McGregor has a Lambo yacht. I mean, come on. Wonderful. I mean, why wouldn't he, right? He's got all the money in the world. Conor McGregor in the Roadhouse movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. He's the double champ. He'll do whatever the fook he wants, right? Because he's Mystic Mac, including beating up women. So now this is allegedly. We don't know for sure. I'm not going to say he guaranteed did this, but it's getting to the point where this is happening over and over again. He's getting accused a lot. I understand there's a bullseye on his back because he's got a lot of money and he's Mystic Mac. But this is getting really strange. You got Dana White slapping his wife. You got Andrew Tate. Human trafficking? That's what they're saying. And you got Dana White beating up and raping women, apparently. Allegedly, that's what they're saying over here. Now, in the past, I've defended McGregor over and over again. And in this case right here, you would expect me to defend McGregor because he's my boy, right? Conor McGregor? Who the fuck is that guy? I should jump ship at this point because it's getting to the point of I don't have a leg to stand on anymore. He's constantly getting accused of doing this and that over and over again. Punching old people, attacking Machine Gun Kelly, attacking an Italian DJ, throwing a hand truck through a window. You know, the list goes on and on. In this situation over here, a lady claims that she was attacked last summer on this Lamborghini yacht. So let's get to the story right over here. And thank you for stopping by. Hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. Like that timing over there. There's Conor McGregor. He's like, haha, look at me, shirt, it's open. Let's punch some women and kick them in the stomach. Yeah. Wonderful. Now, let me just make this very clear. I've always been Team Conor. I'm always defending Conor. I'm actually looking forward to the return of Conor McGregor. I'm not sick of him yet, but I gotta say, I'm getting sick and tired of hearing these crazy stories and allegations because eventually one of these things is going to line up and be true. In this situation over here, Conor McGregor accused of attacking a woman on a yacht in Ibiza. It was as if he was possessed. Hence the red eyes in the thumbnail. Do you like that? Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Wonderful. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the story over here. We got it on Yahoo Sports. It's literally everywhere. But and let me know with the ones in the chat if you actually heard the story yet. In the chat over here, come on, the McGregor story is funny. Threatening to drown people, you're trying to say, in his yacht. Hilarious. If you don't get on me yacht and snort me coke, I'm going to chuck you off the yacht. People want his money, that's all. Gay, possessed. What a way to start 2023. Yes, he was accused of being homosexual. Maybe that's why he punched her and kicked her and threw her off the yacht. She didn't have a dick? I don't know. This is breaking news to you, Staley. Okay. Let's see. People want his money, that's all. I tell you what, like, I've gone with that defense for a while, and it's still not impossible. He is very, he's loaded. He's very popular. He's very famous, of course. You know, everyone wants a piece of the pie. But when it's over and over and over again, different people, same accusations or similar accusations, you got to say, okay, what's going on here? This can't all be coincidence. Now, like I said, I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm just going to read the story and let you guys decide for yourself. I see YS saying Conor is nuts, and I think we could all say, yeah, I mean, you got to admit, he is a little nutty, especially with the money involved. It seems like he's gone off the deep end, but he's having a good time beating up women. I don't know. Who knows? Let's see what's going on over here. So it says, Mr. McGregor is steadfast in his denial of all accusations made by a guest on his boat, Kessler's statement reads. So Kessler is the person that is, I guess she's the one that's... She's the one representing Conor McGregor. We haven't heard from McGregor, but we heard from his representative. Per the complaint, McGregor's accuser and some friends joined McGregor at his birthday party at Ibiza nightclub on the July 16th. The woman says that she was the same neighbor as McGregor and knew him before the UFC star, so knew him for a long time. She's apparently in her 40s. Per the complaint, she joined McGregor on his yacht with his partner and two other friends at McGregor's invitation overnight sometime between 3 and 4 a.m.
Super chat.
Nothing good happens at that time. Super duper chat, how you doing?
I think he needs to reel it in a bit. Chill out.
I mean, yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate, right? No matter what's going on here, all the bragging and going on social media and you know, everything that he's throwing in the face of his fans and everyone out there. Yeah, maybe kind of pump the brakes, lay low. You got a movie coming out. This is not good, you know, especially when you got this movie coming out with Jake Gyllenhaal and you got a UFC return. You know, you don't want these stories floating around. You just don't. I understand Power Slap happened. Dana slaps his wife. People, now the ratings are down on that. So I don't know. I mean, this could be a problem. This could be a problem for Conor. He says he didn't do it. We'll find out as the story unfolds, but here is the story. The accuser says that McGregor's partner went to bed and that the rest of the party remained on deck and talking, per the complaint. That's when the situation escalated from there. So, okay, here we go. Here's a quote from the person that was allegedly attacked. Okay, you ready for this? These accusations are pretty strong, but there are some weird red flags in the accusation where you could say, okay, this is a little strange. Why did it go like this? Why did she wait so long? Yada, yada, yada. Thank you, Kendall, for the donation. Let's let this one pop in over here before we get into the quote.
Super chat.
Here's Kendall again, baby.
I'm Irish and I don't need the bad rap. Smiley face.
Kendall's like, you know what? You know, pump the brakes, bro. I'm kind of thinking the same thing. I'm half Irish. And, you know, I'm a Conor McGregor fan. It's like, enough's enough, bro. Like, I want to get you back in there. Ole, ole. Let's get some dubs. Let's piss some people off. But this is what's going on. Zen Book Review says this is cancer for the movie industry. They will push him out real quick. So Zen Book Review says, hey, the movie industry is going to be like, you know what? Roadhouse, maybe we might have to shelf this thing. Maybe they have to. There have been situations. What was it? Suicide Squad? No. It was one of the zombie movies on Netflix where there was a comedian that was in a little hot water. They filmed the movie, and then afterwards they superimposed another actor's face or another comedian's face on this character. I mean, you might be finding Conor McGregor with Tay Diggs' face on. I don't know. Who knows? But we shall see what happens. His whole behavior changed and he became very aggressive, she says, with further provocation. According to this account, he kicked her with his instep just below her navel and punched her in the chin.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The first blow caused her to fall to the ground and hurt her wrist. Well, that's kind of weird. That's the only thing that got hurt in that situation because it sounded like everything else should have hurt. Then he jumped on her. I'm going to drown you. Ye, who do you think you are? Wow. Wow. I'm going to drown you after he allegedly attacked her, right? This sounds, now if this is true, this does sound like a little nose candy was involved. And maybe the steroids are kicking in. I don't know. It was a year ago, or they're saying it's 6 months ago that this happened. Listen, it's very possible that he did this. I mean, if you think about all the other things that are attached to Conor McGregor's name, and then you think of this situation, it's really tough to defend the guy right now. Like I said, I don't know if he did do this. He's saying he didn't. It's a he said, she said thing. Anyway, the woman says she escaped, then then jumped from the yacht to flee from the attack, and was eventually picked up by the Red Cross boat. So apparently, she hopped off the boat, and then the Red Cross found her. Per report, she initially told her rescuers that McGregor was her attackers, and that lifeguards saw McGregor on the boat and identified him. Okay, so it says it was if he was possessed, she said. And this is per Ultima Hora. I knew I had to get out of the boat because I thought he was going to kill me. Now, these accusations are pretty wild. She got, punched and she got kicked with the instep just below her navel, and then punched her in the chin. You know me, left hand. I don't know if it was the right. Hopefully it was the right hand. Because if it was the left, she probably would be dead, you know? But, yeah, so accusing of kicking and punching, then he jumped on her and said he was going to drown her. These accusations are fucking wild, man. They are wild. Let's see. When she later met with the authorities, she told them that it wasn't McGregor who attacked her. Okay, interesting. And she didn't file a formal complaint at the time. Per the report, she said that she was in shock and only wearing a bikini while she spoke with the authorities, and that she prioritized leaving and going her hotel. And going her hotel, I don't know, going to her hotel. You forgot the two there, Yahoo. Going to her hotel to make plans and return home to Ireland. Okay, so here's where the story gets a little weird. Now, I understand if you're in shock, you're probably not thinking correct. Maybe she was scared for her life. We've heard situations where, I mean, it's terrible. Women are in situations where they're so fearful they don't want to report the abuser. You know, so it's not impossible that that was the case. But the fact that she didn't say that he did this to the authorities when she had the opportunity to do that, she just wanted to get the hell out of there. It's weird how we wait 6 months later and then this all resurfaces. She wasn't in the water for 6 months in a bikini. She would be dead. That wasn't the case. So that's where it gets a little odd. Okay, according to the report, she filed a formal complaint naming McGregor after she returned to Dublin. Okay, so when she apparently, according to the report, she filed a formal complaint naming McGregor after she returned to Dublin. Authorities in Ibiza have since reopened the criminal investigation into the allegations based on her complaints. McGregor has not been formally charged as authorities continue to take statements from witnesses and McGregor's accusers. Okay, so apparently when she got home, that's when she said something. And now if that's the case, it wasn't exactly what happened, but at least when she got home, she's like, okay, I got to do something about this. All right. So there's the details. And they go into other stories with McGregor and his past stuff. But that is the story from the woman that says she was attacked by Conor. And if you're just jumping in, Conor McGregor has a Lamborghini Yacht. He apparently kicked and punched this woman, jumped on top of her, and said he was going to drown her. She then fled, hopped off the boat. The Coast Guard got her. She didn't press charges or anything like that. She's like, get me the hell out of here. And then apparently, allegedly, she went back to Ireland and put a report in. But for some reason, 6 months later, this all pops up. Now, I understand money. You know, if someone is rich, you know, Conor McGregor's got a lot of cash. That could kind of throw things under the rug, you know, if this did happen. Or if he was accused of this. I don't know what exactly happened here. It's Conor's word versus this lady's word. So, and this was at 3 and 4 a.m. They said this happened in Ibiza on his yacht. So now I'm going to push it off to you, the people of the chat, the jury of this story. What do you think of this situation? Is Conor guilty? Is Conor innocent? Here's the poll. Have you had enough of Conor McGregor? 54% say yes. Now it's swung in the yes position, and 46% say no. Keep getting your votes in, and that's why you got to be here for our live stream so you can participate. But let's see what's going on in the chat over here. What do you think? Ron Stapleton says McGregor is just another rich a-hole with money and no class. He does not represent the best of martial arts, was a great talent, says Ron. I mean, it's hard to disagree. Where there's smoke, there's fire, especially when there is this much smoke every time, says Zen Book Reviews. It's a conspiracy.
Wonderful, wonderful.
This is what happens when you inject gorilla testosterone, says Jason Osada. If it was real, he would have paid for her to shut her mouth. Okay. Men of great culture, stop fucking beating women, you pussy, says good night. Listen, I tell you what, man. If there's any truth to this story, you just don't do that. That is completely wrong. This is, I mean, for her to hop off a fucking yacht in Ibiza, scared for her life, this is worse than punching an old man in a bar. I know you're not supposed to do that. This is way worse. So if there's any truth to this story, any truth, maybe he didn't kick and punch her. Maybe he did jump on her and say, hey, I'm going to drown you. You don't do that. I mean, I don't know how much nose candy you got up the nostrils. You just don't do that. You can't do that. It's just wrong. Is it like CTE? I see Connor Benoit. Is it CTE kicking in? Is it the roids? It is strange, though, that we've waited 6 months to hear about this. That is the one thing that's a little odd to me, and why I can't fully jump on Connor right now. But I got to be honest with you. Like, if you asked me, what do you think happened? I got to be honest with you. I'm starting to think Connor is doing this stuff. You know, I hate to say it. It drives me nuts. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. But it's like, what are the odds? What are the odds that this many scenarios? The DJ, the Italian DJ, Machine Gun Kelly, the old man at the bar, the Khabib situation. You know, there's so many things you could throw out there. There are rape allegations that are out there. Now, he wasn't guilty of any stuff. Like, what is the odds that every single situation, you know, from all these different people, he slapped the dude's phone? I mean, that's not a big deal, but that guy deserved it. I'm not going to lie. I would slap that guy's phone too. But still, most of the situations I could find ways and say, okay, well, you know, if I was in that situation, I kind of get it. I'm a little loony. I might have done that. This situation here, like I said, if there's any truth to it, it's an impossibility for me to defend. This is it. I mean, I can't defend rape, but he was innocent of that apparently, so there's nothing I could say. But in this situation over here, we got to find out. You can't blame the bear for the cocaine. How can we blame God? I mean, shit, man. What does money do to people? That's the question. When you come from nothing, he was doing like he was a plumber, and just wanted to be rich and famous, double champ, blah blah blah. He made it to that point, top of the heap, and now story after story jumps out. Now he's a movie star, and like it's just crazy. Who knows? You know, who knows? Maybe it's just a lot of people looking for a big quick payday. Could possibly be it, but. Man, at this stage of the game, I don't know what to think with Conor McGregor. Brain damage, you think? I mean, you never know. It could be CTE, drugs, roids. I mean, who knows? I mean, we had his training partner on the show, and he was on The Ultimate Fighter with him, and he flat out said to us, like, he said, listen, there's no doubt in his mind that he's a cokehead. There's like no doubt in his mind. So, I mean, he didn't even blink when he said it. And this is when all the original stuff was popping up with Conor and the Dolly and all that shit. So, I mean, you know, he's definitely, he likes that nose candy. But now on top of it, he's got all these newfound muscles and this and that. And, you know, he could be on the sauce as well. It came off a bad injury. God knows what the hell this guy's doing to himself. Phil Baroni seems like a better person than Cotton. Well, bro, are you out of your? He killed someone, bro. He straight up murdered a woman. Now, listen. Let me just say this: if there is any truth to these allegations here, we're on that course. Like something has to be done. Like he seems like he's on a crash course. Now, Phil Baroni, like he hit rock bottom with his. You know, he really didn't have money anymore. This guy was completely falling apart. Whereas Conor has the cash, you know. Now, if Conor goes broke, yeah, someone better keep a solid eye on the guy. He's a punch-drunk, coked-up roid freak right now. Allegedly, yeah. I mean, listen, we can't hang him. We don't know if it's true. It's just getting to the point where it's like, damn, man. Conor's only 34. He has so much left to give. Sestelio too. I mean, technically, like, I know you're horsing around, but you're not wrong. I mean, 34 is still a young man. He could still, I'm getting to the point, like, I want to see Conor compete again. Like, I would love to see, like, Kavanaugh was just saying how there's a new focus Conor that's coming back, and he's not driven by money. It's about his pride and whatever. And I'm interested. Like, listen, when there's a Conor fight week, it's bonkers. The world fucking explodes anytime Conor gets back into that cage. So I'm always on board with that stuff. But you got to wonder if he is guilty of any of this stuff that's going on, and he experiences more head trauma, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe my man does not need any more head trauma. I'm very curious how this is going to unfold, like what's going to happen with this story. I'm sure it's going to get swiped away. But I'm curious, like with this movie that's coming out, the Roadhouse movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, what's going to happen? I mean, Power Slap came out after Dana White slapped his wife. I'm pretty sure if you were to say to me, hey, what do you think? What's the odds this movie comes out? I'd probably say, yeah. I would say, yes, it probably does come out. But does anyone think that this is the last straw? That people are going to be like, okay, enough's enough? Do you think that the UFC might be like, hey, I don't think that's the case. I think the UFC will welcome him back with open arms. I mean, I see Greg Hardy in the chat. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. Mike Perry beat the crap out of his girlfriend. Like, that's what she said, apparently. But because she's annoying, Mike Perry was allowed to fight. UFC has a loose policy on beating women. They're kind of cool. They're like, it's not a big deal. Let's see. Damn Savage says nope. Oh, that movie's coming out. Yeah, I mean, I think it's on Amazon. I think it's gonna be a streaming movie if I'm not mistaken. Perry's a loose cannon. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Remember the Mike Perry story? There was a story. I gotta be honest with you. Like, I don't know. The girl was nuts. So I don't know, how true it was, but she was she did the media tour, and she said Mike Perry was ground and pounding me. I'm not talking about the fun stuff. Like, he lost his mind one night, and he started beating the shit out of her, and it just like went away. It just gone, poof, gone. This story is gone. And maybe Perry was innocent. Maybe he didn't do that. Maybe she was talking out of her ass. But it's just weird, like you hear about a lot of these guys, the Greg Hardys, and, the UFC kind of looks the other way. You got a guy like Conor McGregor. He's literally the biggest draw the UFC ever had. So you would have to think, that this is going to magically vanish and, Conor will come back and everything will be good. Jake Gyllenhaal was never my friend. War Machine. Some girls lie. So Michael Garcia, I'm kind of with you on that. I've gone that route in a lot of situations, but we are getting to the point now where it seems like it's happening a lot. It's becoming like I've pushed it aside a lot, with the Dana White thing. I still don't think, like, the Dana White situation, I still don't think it's as bad as a lot of people made it out to be, because she did whack him first, and it was just like they were both acting like fucking assholes in public. No one got hurt. It was just stupidity by both of them. But it is weird. You hear about the Baroni thing, and it's like we keep it like, he didn't do it. The girl's saying this, girl's saying that, and then the next thing you know, if someone gets fucking killed, like how do we look as a society? Just constantly just looking the other way, like, she's probably talking out of her ass. I'm not saying Conor's going to go kill someone, but when you look at athletes that experience head damage, head trauma, it's a real thing. It's not like a made-up thing here. There are athletes, Baroni, that have had serious head trauma, and clearly CTE has led them into situations where they fucking kill people. So, I think it's a story that we have to entertain. And I'm a super duper Conor fan. I'm going to still say innocent until proven guilty, but I would love to know more from this story. I would love to hear more here because, honestly, there's just too many stories circling around Conor that are saying that he is doing these things. There's just too many now. It's hard to look the other way. So I think I'm going to leave it on that, friends. I want you guys to hit the like button. I want to give a shout out to our other sponsors over here at CBDX.com. The promo code is MMA-HOLES for 20% off. MyBookie.ag, 100% match your first deposit, MMA-HOLES. And like I said before, Sheath Underwear. Whoops, that's Head Rush. Sheath Underwear, promo code MMA-HOLES for 20% off. Head Rush, promo code MMA-HOLES for 20% off. Friends of the chat, I appreciate you stopping by. We'll be live again tomorrow. We got Devin Clark coming on for our Power Slap. And, yeah, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.